Oil prices will change the world as we know it. I'm giving you article after article after article telling you the world cannot be the same. That this war is going to affect every part of the world. The stress of nation war with perplexity, people are going to be in need, basically without resources. Why? They can't afford it. I want you to see what's happening.
The United States has banned oil imports from Russia over the war in Ukraine. Within a day, the ripple effect is now starting to show. Oil prices are at a 14-year high. Cost of oil per barrel has reached a whopping $140 a barrel. And Russia is now threatening retaliation. So the US is hunting for alternatives. So
what is the US now doing? They're looking for what? Alternatives. Now, the only place they can now go to is the EAU, United Arab Emirates, Iran. But do you know what? They have issues with them. Biden called them, and guess what? To try and get a meeting with them, they have ignored his calls. Guess who they've been speaking with? Mr. Putin. Because all oil companies are together. He is the second to Russia as the EAU, United Arab Emirates, and they're in connection. And they declined Biden basically called them to help pump more oil, so because they sanctioned Russia, but they're not doing it. They're not doing it. So if they're not going to listen and pump more oil, guess what's going to happen to oil prices? They're going to have to go more up. He was looking to drop the prices by getting them to pump more oil, and they say, nope. You say, but why won't they do that? They don't want the prices to drop. They're also businessmen. The love of money, the root of all evil.
US President Joe Biden knocked on Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates doors. But all he received was a cold shoulder. The two leaders declined requests to even take his calls or arrange calls. Instead, they held calls with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Experts say that the two Gulf nations are regarded as the only global suppliers to pump enough oil to ease the price surge. OPEC is a group of countries that majorly exports oil to the world. So the West requested the bloc to pump up production, but the US left empty-handed, and that's because Russia, a member of OPEC, immediately declined the request.
What did they do? They declined the request. But question, why did the EAU, why did they decline it? Because Russia is a part of, there's a pact that the oil companies have come together, and Russia says, you will not pump more oil. And because it's a part of that pact, they're not going to pump more oil. Will that effect, will it even come and affect here? Yes. Friends, it's going to affect the entire world. We might not yet feel the pinch. United States already feeling the pinch. But it's coming here. It's coming here, friends. And if that goes up, everything goes up. And then it says, it says the stress of nations with perplexity. What does perplexity mean? To be without resources. It becomes hard to get food, becomes hard to get clothing. Were we ever instructed to go into the country and grow our own food? For in the future, the problem of what? Buying and selling will be a very serious one. We are getting there. Now, come with me to Daniel 11.